I bet I drill a clean hole in somebody today.
First off, the stage. This looks fire. There's a few things that I noticed about this stage just going into it, so we'll break it all down piece by piece. But first off, this image here is, I believe the name is Fujin. Fujin is the god of wind. What you see him carrying over his neck is a bag of wind. And this is basically a very powerful god in Japanese mythology. He also has a brother, which is Raijin. Fujin's god of the wind, Raijin is the god of the storm. So these two characters kind of go hand in hand. Oh, speaking of Raijin, there he is, the storm, the lightning. There he is, one on one side, one on the other side. Now, who this character is, I don't actually know. Two swords in the hands, flaming wheel. I'll try to look and see if any god represents this or resembles this, but I don't know off the top of my head. Notice the Mishima Zaibatsu logos in the background, her sitting on this throne of sorts. We get a look at the character, and just for right now, I would say the design is fire. There's a lot of detail, like the zipper right there, the shirt underneath. I like it. Now, she does have this kind of like snarky attitude. I kind of compare it to Katarina. Try your hardest, push me to my limits. Just sassy is the word that I would describe it. But I like it. Once again, look at the chair. You have this. I really got to figure out who this god is up here. But Raijin, Fujin, and whoever this is, I got to figure it out. Purple Lightning is the title here. She starts off doing this kind of like Asuka Kazama car. Holy smokes. Law has a kick like this, but his kick is a little bit lower. Her leg is way up there. Holy smokes. Law's leg is usually like down here somewhere. That's where I've seen this before. I like this stance. So this stance right here is fire. Michael Murray, they said during the Tekken 8 showcase that the fighting style that she has is Taito. I'll do a video about that, just going a little bit into detail about what that is and just see what this, get a better glimpse of what this character could be. But notice in the background, you can see this temple-like structure. This was also in Yoshimitsu stage. Basically, this is the Shinto shrine, and they're all over Japan. It's not just one of them, there's many of them. So once again, you can see that this stage does take place somewhere in Japan. Here you have Feng Wei. So look at this. She enters this weird like stance, but it looked like she's either going to be moving backwards and like kind of like a snake, like diagonally. She takes a step to the left, another one to the right. Or this could be a like kind of a replacement of Heihachi's where he's like, ah, ha, ha, and he takes off running backwards. It kind of looks like that, but a different version of it. Like she doesn't create so much space like Heihachi would. But you can see from this, she immediately goes into this one handstand. Wow, what is that? It didn't even hit. So what is the purpose of this? It evaded the low, definitely, but you would assume that Feng Wei gets hit by this, but okay, no clue. Eddie? That looks like some Eddie stuff, bro. Hold on. Okay, I don't want to be the scrub who's saying this character is replacing Eddie because obviously that won't happen, but that is crazy, bro. That is crazy. And then here you switch to Harang, high mid, okay. And then low crouch. This reminds me so much of Kunimitsu again. The original Kunimitsu, it was down 3+4 and smoke would appear and she would take this exact same stance. What did she do after? Okay, she kind of doesn't do anything. The original Kunimitsu was crazy, bro. But that's her. If you ask me, that's directly from the original Kunimitsu. It's in mid, and that second mid is like a swiping. There is no streak, so it doesn't show us that it's tracking, but mid, she does another jumping at you kind of, wow. Hit, knocks you down. Wow, this character is going to be crazy, bro. Her and Aquamarine is insane. Victor, he doesn't really do that much in terms of like crazy shenanigans if you ask me, but these two characters, wow. So here she's doing her finger, like get over here, Jun Kazama, and then blocks, crushing on that. High launching kick. She rolls forward, and then she does an electric while standing mid attack. This character is going to be insane. And then what I also noticed, so this character has like yellow lightning, purple lightning. There's some red in there. This character has everything, bro. Everything. Zhao Yu, she simply does a hop kick basically. And that sends Zhao Yu flying far away. Oh, bro, this character, I didn't even notice all this stuff when I was watching the trailer. She turns around and do a backflip and then kicks. Oh, okay, that's what she did. She turned around, backflip and kicked. And then of course, This knocks Leroy up, so she'll probably be able to activate heat, continue it into a combo, or she'll simply be able to just, like Feng Wei. Feng Wei could do a shoulder here. Paul Phoenix could do a death fist here. So that's basically one of those situations, right? I really want to talk about this stage. The stage has some interesting stuff to it, but we'll get to it. Wait until she breaks the wall. So here, Lars is using the purple lightning. Okay, so she does this mid into a, it's kind of like Lydia, where Lydia she would go, huh, huh, and then she would hit, and then she would continue fighting. So this is kind of one of those things where she hits you, and then that stance that she's in is temporarily, it's a stance, right? So she can have more options out of this. If you guys saw the live stream I was doing right before this reveal happened, I was saying her stage will probably be the Mishima Dojo, but it will be changed, altered. Now this is definitely the Mishima Dojo, but it's changed a lot. Jin Kazama, I love this. He says, who are you? They're really emphasizing that no one knows who this character is. The daughter of Heihachi, but she's like the secret daughter. Like, who are you? Jin Senpai, we finally have our chance to fight. Now, pay attention to how she's talking to Jin versus Kazuya. I don't want to get too deep into the lore, but here, this is a friendly interaction with Jin. Senpai, we finally have our chance to fight. It's a very different contrast from what she says to Kazuya Mishima. So that's probably like a little indicator of what side she will fall on. Standing like Heihachi, and then she does this overhead kick that activates heat. So this is the heat part of her trailer. High, kind of like, that kick's kind of like Fakuram, if you ask me. Fakuram has that same exact kick, except for this one kind of screws you in a sense. But stump, this stump was amazing. Oh, that's not the stump. This is a different stump. Stump, punch into the ground. That was still pretty cool, but she has another stump in here, bro. Fire. I like how she does the little spin back up to her feet too. A nice little detail that they added to the character. The statues behind is so fire, bro. Now she's about to break the wall. Go under, high again, breaks the wall. Is in, okay, she's doing her combo. That stump right there is pretty fire. Is in purple lightning, yellow lightning everywhere, and she hits you far away. Now, something that I just want to say about this stage real briefly. This stage reminds me a lot of Geese Howard's stage. They showed us in the screenshot how there's just multiple different walls, and all of those walls can be broken. What's at the end of the stage? Is there a balcony? Me personally, I don't think so. If there was some grand spectacle at the end of the stage, they would have shown us. But I do just want to point out how this stage is the only multiple wall break that's in the game so far. That was rather amusing. Next, now remember what I said about Jin. She was very nice to Jin. Well, very nice, as you could be in Tekken, right? What she says to Kazuya, who the hell are you? Basically the same thing Jin says, who are you? He crosses his arms like Kazuya does, and then she says, you'll understand soon enough. It's a very different tone, very different like demeanor towards Kazuya. Look at her face, very different, you know? I do want to note that they did not show the special intro between these two characters, which leaked. You guys can find that on the internet. I think it's on my Twitter. Go on my Twitter, you can find it. Scroll down, right? Okay, but let's look at this. So she has the electric, boom, launches Kazuya. You know, simple string, screws, activates heat. Now they're getting really deep into the combo here. And then this grab was so cool. So she did this elbow. This might be her heat engager when she uses heat. She slams you into the ground and then she runs you through the dirt. That's fire, bro. When I seen that, I was like, holy smokes. It then launches you against the wall and breaks the wall. That is a dope heat engager. In my opinion, one of the best. I just love the cinematography elements behind it, and also how it rips up the floor. You can see the graphics and like the details of what Tekken 8 has to offer. A lot of times you can't see it, but with this one, it just captures everything that's good about Unreal Engine 5 and Tekken 8, right? What is that? So that is the Omen. She has the Omen, but then she does a high kick afterwards. That's probably going to be super punishable on block or whatever. And notice how that pushes you to the wall. This is going to be if you have the execution, this is going to be something good to do for that wall travel, especially in a stage like this. You know, he almost gets close enough. He probably hits it. They cut away before he does. Oh, wait, but look at her. She's still recovering. So maybe you got to hit high up on the wall to be able to recover. If not, you're just going to get like some kind of 50-50, you know, which is still good. So once again, she starts off doing a little finger. This finger is going to be probably like a stance, kind of like how Aquafina has the little hand shrug and whatnot. She's standing there, the Heihachi's parry. That's the stump that I saw. Okay, Heihachi. So Heihachi, when you punch Heihachi, he simply just kicks you away. But her, she kicks you into the ground and then stomp again. And then, really drags her foot. Okay, that's fire. That's fire. Submit to me. So here's her rage art. Her rage art, in my opinion, is one of the best in the whole entire game. I really like the ending of it, so I'll let it play. See how here, know your place, and then it's like this purple background. It's like you enter like a different world or like a different void. This really makes it like her purple outfit really stands out. Like, this is dope. This is dope. Is in, you have the black sun kind of thing. She punches you into the ground, red lightning, and then this part here where you have like, I don't think she has the devil gene. She doesn't, right? Unless she would have been turning into a devil and whatnot. But the red eyes with the symbols of the wings, this kind of like is hinting at that. It's kind of like, I wonder if this is something that will be explained, like her powers. Is this some kind of dark demonic energy, something? Or is this purely just visual? Because he kind of was like messing around with the devil genes and chains and whatnot because he's devil gen. Zafina was using Azazel's hand because she has Azazel's hand. Her, she's using this whatever creature. So what is that? That's simply just a question that I ask. I'm way out of your league, so I'm guessing this is what her rage art says when it kills. The look, the look, the look. Holy